Hey, what's happening, people?
What's up, everybody?
Is everybody ready? I know for a fact everybody's been going, what the heck is going on? What are Paul and Mark doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? I know you guys have been thinking that, and we really don't know. What are we doing?
I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding. We do know what we're doing, guys. Hey, listen, we're super excited, like we said back on Friday, about what's going on. We feel like God's put a real special thing on our heart that we feel like we're going to be able to just really impact. That's our word of the day, impact for now. And like I said, we're going to kind of get into some nitty gritty of what we got going on. And thankfully I got my buddy Paul here who's been through the trenches with me. Like we said, we've been through fires, guys. We've been through this before. We've been through a lot. And we're going to kind of introduce, we really haven't even said the name of what we're going to do.
We haven't told them.
There is no name. It's going to be like a Seinfeld show about
right.
nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
It's no, we'll be a little better than that, guys, I promise. So, no, honestly, I think we should should we tell them what the name is? Or should we wait? Make it more painful?
I think it'd be good.
All right, we'll tell them.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, the name, and this is honestly Paul's vision on the name, and it's a great name for what we're going to do. Our name of our group, our community, if you will, which I think we're really sticking with community, is going to be called M3 Power. And you're like, what is M3 Power? What the heck could M3 Power mean? Is it a BMW? What is it? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not a BMW group.
No, it's not a BMW group, I promise. But what it is something very important, very impactful that I believe if you kind of connect in, you can go on this journey with us and have a good time. But I'm going to start off with who's going to explain what M3 Power is this guy right here. So I'll let Paul hit up and let him start explaining what is M3 Power.
Well, M3 Power is something that kind of came to me. I was just taking my daughter to get a food handler's permit for her first job. And as I was sitting there, I was like, every morning when we wake up, we get bombarded with thoughts, and sometimes to the point of where we break out in sweats. It could be 30 degrees outside and you could be sweating to death because of all the negative thoughts and the stresses of life.
Absolutely.
And you just don't even want to do anything. And so when we wake up in the morning, we start being bombarded with thoughts. In fact, psychology has proven over studies that we get bombarded with anywhere from 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day.
80,000?
It's crazy. And over 90% of them are negative. And so really that has to be changed. And so really from the time you wake up, when you wake up in the morning, what is your mindset?
Yep.
What is going to motivate you to change? And a lot of times, when you break your arm, if you've ever broken your arm or broken your nose or anything like that, some of you have, the hardest part is setting that bone.
Yep.
A lot of times in our thought life is setting our mind to think positive. And so this isn't something that's a law of attraction. This isn't some, name it and claim it or blab it and grab it. What this is truly transforming your mind to think positive. But see, you can't do it alone. That's the thing. A lot of times we've tried to do it alone. You may have even spent money on things in the past to get this or to get that. But really, you end up wasting your money because you started off great, but you never finished.
Exactly.
And so really we want, what's been on our heart and what's been my heart is I've had the accountability of a friend to continue to stay motivated. We've worked out together in the past and we're working out again here and there. And
only here and there.
Right. But when we do, there's many mornings when I didn't show up or you didn't show up if we were to do it on our own.
Yeah, that's fact.
But I knew he was getting up. He knew I was getting up.
Yeah.
And because of that, we were accountable to each other. And therefore, we had better success in our fitness transformation.
Absolutely.
So what we want for you is to join with us along this transformation, along this journey to where we can truly have power in our lives. If you wake up in the morning and you start to get, for me, get the word in my heart. Get something positive in me, and then I'm starting to speak something positive.
Right.
Therefore, I'm going to have power in my life.
Yeah, it's all at the beginning. I mean, I know one thing that Paul and I want to do is we want to have motivation with accountability.
Yeah.
He already kind of mentioned that, and it's easy to get motivated. You could go watch some Tony Robbins thing or whatever, like, oh yeah, I'm motivated. Right. But if you don't have accountability, you don't have an accountability partner or something or somewhere to go. I know I've been through a lot of stuff over the last several years that's been really tough. And, sometimes it would have been great. Well, thankfully I had somebody occasionally just I could call and he'd be like, you know what, everything's going to be fine. That's all you need sometimes, just somebody to say everything's going to be okay. So anyways, that's kind of our heart, what we're going to do. Make a community where you can go to. We can have people that you hang around and have a lot of different stuff. So, and we're going to come into more on that. We're going to have a Facebook group set up. We're going to have a bunch of other things going and a lot of different avenues. It's really cool. But I don't want to let the cat out of the bag on everything. So this is just a little teaser here too. So, but anyway, so Paul did an awesome job. That kind of explains what we're doing. So what's the next step? Now we got that. So now what's going to happen, right? So let's kind of explain a little bit of that now, because we've already kind of went through a little bit about what this group's all about. I know one thing's for sure is that's great, but now I know for me, anyways, a lot of times I'm like, okay, well now I know all this stuff. Now can I do this? Is this something I can do?
How can I do it?
And how can I do it? Exactly. Can I and how? So I'm going to pitch the ball back over to Paul a little bit on this one. Sorry. Today is Paul's day, by the way.
It's my day today.
It's his day today. Next time, I'm going to talk all the time. He can't say nothing on it. Anyways, I'm going to let Paul kind of explain a little bit about kind of how this thing's going to come together and how this is going to hopefully transform your life. So.
Right. One of the best ways to start any day is, like I said, get into the Word. Start to get something positive, because the best way you're going to transform the way you think is to start to feed on something, to meditate on something. And so part of M3 Power is the power of 3. Get 3 positive things you can say about yourself. In fact, my 2 girls, I've got two daughters, teenagers, so pray for me. I need your help. Because so they're always, like, oh, my makeup doesn't look good, or oh, my hair, does it look okay? And I'm like, okay. And they'll start talking negative about their makeup or about their hair. And I'm like, give me 3 things. Give me 3 positive things about your makeup. Give me 3 positive things about your hair. Why? I'm trying to interrupt that process. There's a thing called NLPs, neuro-linguistic processes. And what that is when you begin to speak, your mind automatically thinks something. Like right now, if I say yellow, some of you out there are thinking about a yellow Volkswagen Bug, or some of you are thinking about a canary. Some of you are thinking about a dandelion. I don't know. But yellow triggers something in your mind. And so when those thoughts or those words start coming, you automatically trigger to something negative or something positive. And so what we want you to do is we want you to join up with us. And every morning when you wake up, when your feet hit the ground, man, you wake up and say, man, this is the day the Lord has made. I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it.
Amen.
You have to choose to rejoice. Rejoice. That means that you were joyful. You have to redo it. You have to rejoice.
That's right.
Or possibly, hey, you know what? I am empowered this morning. I am blessed beyond measure because the blesser is blessing me. It could be whatever it needs to be, but find 3 positive things that you can speak over your life to start your day. That way, when you go out that day and some life hits you, distraction hits you, depression tries to hit you, no, you go right back into those things that you've been saying.
That's exactly right. That's powerful stuff, guys. Look, power of 3, that's one thing. Write it down, put it next to your bed. So in the morning when you wake up, man, that's the first thing you go hit. This thing is one of those deals. Look, one thing I want to make sure I say, and hopefully you guys are getting this, we're still going through this journey, guys.
Absolutely.
This is not like we're standing up on stage or we're telling everybody we're the best or we know everything.
Right.
We're still fighting. I mean, we still talk all the time like, man, how was your day? How was your day? And we talk a couple times during the day. And not every day is perfect. Not every day is great. Yeah. There's some days that are worse than others. Some days that are better than others. But the bottom line is it's a choice in how you deal with it. It doesn't matter. You're going to get hit with stuff no matter what. Storms come, storms go, and they always come and go. It doesn't matter what it is. But we hope we can help you anchor enough in the water to where as the storms hit, you move a lot less. I know I've had times where I felt like a hurricane took me way across the other side of the world. But sometimes you hope you can anchor that in tighter, or that anchor where you stay a lot closer honed in to be a better husband, to be a better father, be a better person, whether it's an employee, better employer, whatever that might be. That's what we want to see people have happen for us. So, but I know that we're going to kind of wrap up here a little bit. But I know there was a story that Paul and I were just talking about earlier, and I want him to go through this because I think this is our last little tidbit, and there's going to be more, guys. This is just kind of like I said at the beginning, but I want him to go through this, something we both have read a long time ago, and we just brought it up, and it's just incredible. So I'll let you take it again.
They always say that leaders are readers, and I always try to read, and there's a book that's been out for for age. It's been out for decades, and it's by Napoleon Hill. It's Think and Grow Rich. And I was reminded of the story a while back, and I was like, man, that's such a powerful story. I can't believe I forgot about that. And it was back during the gold rush in Colorado, and there was a guy out on the East Coast, and he was like, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to dig and grow rich. So he goes out there to start digging, and he realizes he doesn't have the equipment that he needs, and so he writes back to all of his family and friends and kind of convinces them to send all their money over to buy this big equipment because he's going to strike it rich, and everybody's going to get to be a part of it. And sure enough, they did. They sent him the money. He bought the big equipment. He started digging, and he hit gold. You're thinking, man, this is great. Everything's working out for my benefit. He's getting gold and more, starting paying off the equipment. Things are going amazing. And as they begin to continue to dig, boom, no more gold. The veins run out. He's like, what do I do? Well, he started digging deeper. And he did the same thing that he was currently doing, even though that there was a shift and there was a change. And as he continued to dig, it got worse and worse, and money kept running out. People kept coming off the job because there was no gold. They were getting frustrated. Family members were getting frustrated. Finally, they all decided, you know what? There's no more gold. We got to just count our losses, be thankful for where we are, and let's move on to the next thing. Well, they did do that, and so this junk man comes along in Colorado, and he goes, hey, I could give you X amount of dollars for that equipment and for the land. And he goes, you know what? I'm done. I'll take it. Here. Boom. Well, what that junk man did is he went and he found a engineer, a geologist, and he started to study fault lines. And as he studied fault lines, he goes, you know what? If you continue to dig in that same spot, I think if you dig a little bit further, if you dig 3 more feet.
3 more.
3 more feet.
Was that 3 again?
Yeah.
I was just checking 3.
It's crazy.
I'm just wondering.
Dig 3 more feet, and you're going to hit gold. Sure enough, he did what the guy told him to do, and he hit the biggest vein of gold. They made millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. Wow. And I'm telling you that story for this reason. You've hit it to where you feel like this is your end. There's nowhere else you can go. You've tried it and you've tried it. Just keep digging. You're closer than you think you are. You're not as far gone as you think you are. If you just keep digging, keep doing what you know to do, speaking those positive things that God has for you, I promise you, you're going to make it. As a matter of fact, the guy that sold the land kept in contact with that junk man. And the junk man told him what he'd done. And you know what that guy did? It didn't make him bitter. It made him better. Because in his job, he says, you know what? I'm only 3 feet away. So every time someone told him no, every time he got a rejection, he just tried that much harder and became the most successful person in his company.
That's awesome. So 3 more feet, guys.
Yeah.
M3 power. Look at that. M3 power. Isn't that crazy how that all ties in? That's just awesome, guys. Listen, we'd love to have you guys hopefully join our community. We're going to be putting more stuff up as much as we can, and this is going to be fun, really.
Yeah,
more than anything else. We want you guys to know this is going to be a fun time. This ain't always going to be like this. We're going to try to have some good interviews with some people that
have fun.
Absolutely.
Life's better together.
It is. It's definitely better. We want to get some other leaders that we know and interview them, see what they do in the mornings, and we want to have some different stuff about how they set their mind right, hit their mindset right for the day, whatever it is that they do. So we're, like I said, we're excited where this journey is going to take us. We really don't know where it's going to go. We know that if we can at least help 1 or 7,000 people, we feel like we're going to do something good, right?
Exactly.
Maybe 1 or 7,000. I don't know.
Who knows?
We'll see what happens. So, anyways, we're going to wrap this up, guys. We will see you for sure next Monday, but more than likely you'll see us before that.
Absolutely.